Taurus rarely rushes toward anything. That steady, patient quality that lives at the very center of who you are is not a flaw, and it never has been. It is a kind of wisdom that most people spend a lifetime trying to find. You do not chase. You do not scramble. You do not throw yourself at every shining thing that passes in front of you. You wait, you feel, and when something is truly right, you know it. And that knowing is something that cannot be faked or borrowed from someone else. It belongs entirely to you. But here is what the universe has been quietly arranging on your behalf while you were doing what you do best. While you were holding steady, while you were patient, while you were tending to the life you have already built with such care and such effort. 11 unexpected opportunities are already moving toward you. They are not coming from the directions you have been watching. They are not arriving on the schedule you thought they would. They are coming from places and people and moments you did not think to look toward. And because you are Taurus, because you have that deep and grounded ability to receive what is real, you will recognize each one when it arrives. All you need to do is stay open. All you need to do is trust that what is coming has already been set in motion. The path is already yours. It is already being prepared. And the timing, as always, is exactly right. 1. A second chance at something you thought had passed you by. There is something that used to live in your heart with a great deal of weight. Something you wanted, something you worked toward, something you believed in enough to put real time and real effort into. And then, at some point, it seemed to slip away. Maybe it did not work out the way you planned. Maybe the timing was wrong. Maybe circumstances changed, or a relationship shifted, or an opportunity closed before you could step through it. And somewhere along the way, you quietly made peace with letting it go. You told yourself that it was behind you now. You moved on the way Taurus always moves on, slowly, carefully, with a kind of quiet dignity that does not let the world see how much something truly cost you. But the universe has not moved on. Because not everything that seems to end has actually ended. Some things are simply waiting in a different room, gathering strength, clearing old obstacles, finding a better form of themselves so that when they return, they will be something you can truly hold. And what is approaching you now is exactly that kind of return. A second chance. Not a lesser version of what you once wanted. Not a consolation gift, but the real thing arriving with better timing and a cleaner path forward. You may not recognize it immediately because it will not look exactly the way it looked before. It will have a different shape. It may come through a different person or arrive through a different door. But somewhere inside you, in that deep and honest place where Taurus always knows the truth before the mind catches up, you will feel it. You will know it. And unlike the first time, when perhaps you hesitated or doubted or let the moment pass before you were fully ready, this time you are different. You have lived more. You have learned more. You have released the fears that once made you hold back, even if you did not realize you were holding back at the time. This second chance is not being given to someone who failed. It is being given to someone who grew. And you are ready. You have been ready longer than you know. When this opportunity appears, do not let your old story about it prevent you from reaching forward. The chapter that seemed to close was not the final chapter. It was the chapter that taught you everything you needed to know in order to receive what was always meant for you. Trust that. Open your hands. It is coming back, and this time it is staying. 2. A new connection arrives that carries a different kind of energy. Taurus is loyal to the people in its life with a depth that is rarely matched. When you love someone, when you trust someone, when you allow someone into your inner world, you give them something real and something lasting. You do not form connections lightly, and you do not let them go easily either. The people who earn your trust earn something that most people will never fully understand the value of. But there are times when that loyalty can also become a kind of boundary that keeps new energy from entering. There are times when the circle becomes so established, so familiar, so comfortable, that anything outside of it feels unnecessary or even unwanted. And so new people sometimes stand at the edge of your world without ever quite getting the invitation they were hoping for. What is coming now is a connection that will not announce itself with fanfare or urgency. It will arrive quietly, the way most truly important things arrive for Taurus. It may be someone who appears in an ordinary setting, in a moment you were not expecting to be significant. It may be someone you have crossed paths with before but never really seen clearly. It may be someone who is introduced to you through the life of someone else you already know and trust. But what will set this person apart is the energy they carry. It will feel different from the energies you are used to. Not unfamiliar in a way that makes you want to pull back, but different in a way that makes you lean forward. Different in a way that makes you curious. Taurus does not become curious about people easily. When you feel that quiet pull towards someone new, when there is a part of you that wants to know more, that is a signal worth listening to. This connection carries something you have been missing. It carries a kind of understanding that matches where you are right now, not where you used to be, not where others expect you to be, but exactly where you are in this present season of your life. It may become a friendship. It may become a partnership. It may become a collaboration that opens doors neither of you could have opened alone. Whatever form it takes, allow it to develop at your own pace. You do not have to rush. You do not have to be certain before you take the first step. Simply be open. Simply let this new energy in. The people the universe sends are never random. This one is arriving for a reason that will become clear to you over time, and when it does, you will understand exactly why this connection was worth every step it took to find you. If what you are hearing feels accurate, know that it could happen if you applied this energy consistently for 21 consecutive days. That is the 21-day challenge pinned at the top of this channel. It is built around daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you are tired of staying in the same cycle, that structure is exactly what has been missing. 3. A skill or quality you have long underestimated becomes suddenly valuable. Taurus has a quiet relationship with its own gifts. You are not the kind of person who stands in the center of a room and announces what you are capable of. You are not loud about your strengths. You tend to see the things that come naturally to you as simply ordinary, simply a part of who you are, not as anything particularly remarkable. And so for a long time there are abilities inside you that you have never fully honored. There are ways of thinking, ways of feeling, ways of doing things that you have treated as background details when they were actually the most important things in the room. This is about to change. Something you have been doing or something you are able to do, or some quality you carry that you have always considered just a normal part of your character, is about to be seen by the world in a completely different way. It may be the way you listen, the depth and patience with which you hear another person and hold what they share without judgment. It may be a practical skill, something with your hands or your eye for beauty, something that you were never told was extraordinary because it came so easily to you that everyone assumed it was easy for everyone. It may be the way you build things, the way you plan, the way you move step by step toward a goal without losing your nerve when the path gets long. Whatever this quality is, it is about to be called forward. Someone will see it. An opportunity will require it. A moment will arise in which the very thing you undervalued in yourself turns out to be precisely what makes the difference. Taurus, the gifts you were born with are not accidents. They are not small things. They were placed inside you with intention, and the world is now catching up to what was always true. Let yourself believe in this quality. Let yourself bring it forward without apology. The time of hiding what you are capable of is over, and what is about to emerge from you is going to surprise even you. 4. An old idea or project finds the right moment to come back to life. Your mind, beneath that calm and steady exterior, is full of things you once wanted to create. Full of ideas that arrived with such clarity and such excitement that you told yourself one day when the time is right, one day when things settle down, one day when you have more room for it. And then life continued moving the way it always does, and the idea sat quietly in the back of your awareness, never fully gone but never fully attended to either. It waited the way you wait, with patience, with a kind of stubborn refusal to disappear entirely. That idea is not gone. That project is not dead. What is coming now is the moment it has been waiting for. The conditions that were never quite right before are beginning to align. The resource that was missing is becoming available. The time you never seemed to have is beginning to open up. The confidence you were not sure you possessed is growing stronger with every passing day. Something inside you that you thought you had stored away is about to be called back into active life. And this time, when you return to it, you will bring everything you have learned in the time since you first imagined it. You are not the same person who first had this idea. You have grown. You have gathered experience and wisdom and a kind of quiet strength that will make what you build now far more powerful than what you could have built then. Do not dismiss this returning impulse as nostalgia. Do not tell yourself it is too late. Taurus, it was never the wrong idea. It was simply waiting for the version of you who could truly do it justice. That version of you is here now. The moment is here now. Give that old dream the attention it has always deserved. 5. Someone in your life opens a door you did not know existed. You have people around you who have known you for years, perhaps for most of your life. People who have watched you build, struggle, persist, and grow. People who love you in the quiet, consistent way that Taurus loves and is loved in return. And within that circle of trust, there is someone, perhaps someone you speak to often, perhaps someone who has been in the background of your life for a while, who is about to do something remarkable. They are going to show you a door. Not a metaphorical door, but an actual opening, an actual path, an actual opportunity that you did not know was accessible to you. They may mention it casually, the way people mention things they assume you already know. They may offer to help you with something in a way that, if you pay attention, leads somewhere much larger than the initial gesture suggests. They may connect you with someone or something that opens a corridor into a completely different kind of possibility. The door this person reveals to you is real, and it has your name on it. It has been waiting for exactly this moment when someone you trust could bring it to your attention. Taurus, you do not always have to find your own doors. Sometimes the people who love you are carrying keys they do not even realize are yours. Pay attention to the conversations happening around you right now. Listen a little more closely to what the people in your life are telling you about what they know, what they have access to, what they believe you are capable of. The door is close, and someone you already trust is going to help you find it. 6. A challenge you have been facing reveals the advantage it was always hiding. There is something that has been difficult. Something that has asked more of you than you felt like you had to give. Something that came into your life not as a welcome guest but as a disruption, a resistance, a wall between you and the ease you were looking for. You have faced it with the kind of endurance that only Taurus truly possesses, the slow, steady, unbreakable commitment to not being defeated. And you have not been defeated. But what you may not have seen yet is that this challenge has been doing something else all along. While it was demanding your strength, while it was testing your patience, while it was pushing against everything you had built, it was also building something inside you that you could not have acquired any other way. It was shaping a quality, sharpening a skill, revealing a capacity in you that would never have come to the surface without the pressure it applied. And now, as this challenge begins to shift, as the pressure begins to ease or the situation begins to change, you are going to see what has been growing in the space that the difficulty created. You are going to see the advantage. It may be a new clarity about what you truly want, stripped of everything that was comfortable but not meaningful. It may be a strength that you did not know you had, revealed by the simple fact that you kept going when stopping would have been so much easier. It may be a relationship that deepened because of what you went through together, or a skill that developed because the challenge demanded it. Whatever this advantage is, it is yours. It was built by you, in you, through the very thing that seemed most unwelcome. The challenge was the teacher. You were the student who never gave up. The lesson is about to become your most valuable asset. If this message is resonating with your sign right now, trust that it is not a coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal at exactly the right moment. And you are here because you needed to hear this today. Your support, whether as a subscriber or as a member of this community, is what keeps these messages alive. The ones that touch hearts, awaken minds, and transform lives. If this video has been making sense to you, drop in the comments the day you were born. Let us keep going. 7. A moment of honest vulnerability creates a breakthrough where there was once a wall. Taurus is not naturally given to vulnerability. You built your strength from the inside out, and that strength is real, but it sometimes becomes a kind of armor that keeps people from seeing the parts of you that need to be seen. The parts that are tired, the parts that are uncertain, the parts that want to ask for help but have told themselves for so long that they do not need it. There is a moment coming in which something shifts, in which the armor becomes a little lighter, in which the wall that you have kept carefully maintained begins to develop a small opening. And what happens in that moment, when you allow someone to see the truth of what you are carrying, when you say out loud the thing you have been holding quietly for far too long, is going to be a breakthrough. Not a breakdown, not a loss, a breakthrough. The walls that keep people out also keep certain things in, certain fears, certain old stories, certain beliefs about yourself that have been ready to dissolve for a long time. When you allow yourself to be honest, when you allow yourself to be seen, when you let the real you show up in a conversation or a relationship or a quiet moment of reflection, something on the other side of that wall becomes accessible. A new understanding, a new closeness, A new freedom that you did not know you were missing because you had grown so accustomed to the weight of keeping everything contained. This breakthrough is not something that will be forced on you. It will be something you choose, perhaps in a moment you do not even fully plan. A conversation that goes deeper than you expected. A feeling that rises and for once, you do not push it back down. Let it happen. The other side of that wall is where some of the best things in your life are waiting. 8. An unexpected message arrives and reframes a plan you had nearly abandoned. You have a plan. Or you had one. Something you put together carefully, something that made sense and felt solid when you first built it. But somewhere along the way, the plan began to feel less certain. Maybe results were slow to come. Maybe an element you were counting on changed without warning. Maybe you simply started to wonder whether it was still the right direction, whether the effort was going to be worth it in the end. And so quietly, without announcing it to anyone, you began to let it go a little. Not completely, but enough. Enough that the energy you were putting into it became more like maintenance than momentum. And then something arrives. A message, a piece of information, a word from someone, a discovery, a shift in circumstances, something small enough that you might almost overlook it. But if you pay attention, if you hold it up to the light of what you have been working toward, you will see that it changes something important. It fills in a gap you did not know how to fill. It answers a question that was quietly keeping you stuck. It shows you a path through an obstacle that seemed like the end. This message is not asking you to start over. It is asking you to continue with new information, with a clearer view of what is possible, with the renewed understanding that what you were building was never as far off course as it began to feel. Pick the plan back up. Not because you are going back to what it was, but because you can now see what it is becoming. The next step is clearer than it has been in a long time. 9. Something you almost gave up on extends one final invitation. There is something in your life that you have held on to and released and held on to again in the way that only Taurus can, that slow, persistent back and forth between commitment and exhaustion, between hope and the quiet voice that wonders whether it is time to stop. You have been at this threshold before. And every time you have been there, some force you may not have been able to name has brought you back. Has whispered just a little longer, just a little further, just one more try. What is coming now is not just another whisper. It is an invitation. Real, specific, clear, arriving in a form you will be able to recognize if you are paying attention. It is the moment this thing you have been holding finally opens and says, yes, here is the path forward. Here is what all of that persistence was preparing you to receive. This is not the moment to walk away. This is the moment to recognize that what you have been carrying all this time was not stubbornness. It was faith, the kind of deep, bone-level faith that only Taurus is capable of, the faith that does not need evidence every single day, the faith that simply holds and holds and holds until the door opens. The door is opening now. The invitation is real. Walk through it. 10. A pattern that has held you in place finally releases its grip. There is a pattern in your life that has repeated itself more times than you would like to count. Perhaps a pattern in the kind of relationships you find yourself in. Perhaps a pattern in the way you respond to a particular kind of pressure. Perhaps a pattern around money or confidence, or the way you begin things but find a reason not to finish them, or finish things and then find a reason not to enjoy the result. Patterns are persistent. They live below the level of conscious thought. They operate on a kind of automatic setting that can make you feel as though you have no choice, as though this is simply the way things are, as though you cannot break what you cannot see. But you have been seeing it. Quietly, slowly, in the honest moments that come to Taurus in private, you have been watching this pattern and knowing that it is keeping you from something. And something has been happening below the surface. Something in you has been working, building, preparing. And now the pattern is beginning to loosen. Not because you forced it. Not because you fought it, but because you have grown beyond the version of yourself who needed it. Patterns hold us in place until we are ready for what is on the other side. You are ready. The grip is releasing. What you step into after this is the life you were always meant to be living, the one that the pattern was, in its own strange way, protecting until you were prepared to receive it fully. 11. The universe places before Taurus something beautiful, and this time there is nothing stopping you from receiving it. All your life, you have had a deep and genuine appreciation for what is beautiful. Not just beauty in the way the world decorates itself, though you feel that too, but beauty in the true and lasting sense. The beauty of a relationship built on real trust. The beauty of work that means something. The beauty of a life that feels like it belongs to you, that reflects who you are in every corner, in every quiet morning and every full and grateful evening. You have glimpsed this beauty before. You have had moments of it, whole seasons of it sometimes. But there have also been times when something came between you and the life you imagined, some old wound, some fear that arrived before the gift could fully land, some circumstance that pulled the beautiful thing just slightly out of reach. This time is different. What the universe is preparing to place before you has been shaped and timed and positioned for exactly who you are right now. Not the Taurus of 10 years ago, not the version of you that was still carrying things you have since put down, but you as you are today, with all the patience you have practiced and all the growth you have earned and all the quiet wisdom that has been building in you through every experience you have lived. Something beautiful is on its way. Something that fits. Something that was made to meet you at this exact point on your path. And for the first time in a long time, perhaps for the first time in the truest sense, there is nothing in the way. You are open. You are ready. You are deserving in the deepest and most complete sense of that word. Receive it, Taurus. It is yours. If this message resonated with your sign, trust that it is not a coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it always sends exactly the right signal. And you are here because you needed to hear this today. Your support as a subscriber or as a member of this community is what keeps these messages alive. They are the messages that touch, awaken, and transform. If this video made sense to you, leave in the comments the day you were born. There is something that needs to be said before we close, and it is this. You, Taurus, are one of the most quietly remarkable forces in this world. Not because you are loud about it, not because you announce it or need anyone to confirm it, but because of the way you move through life with a kind of deep, unshakable steadiness that the people around you have always relied on, even when they have not had the words to say so. You carry things. You hold things. You tend to things over long periods of time with a devotion that most people cannot even sustain for a season. And sometimes that devotion is given to situations or people or old versions of yourself that have already asked enough of you. Sometimes the patience that is your greatest gift becomes the thing that keeps you waiting longer than you needed to wait. But here is what the 11 opportunities that are moving toward you are really saying. They are not saying that you need to become someone different in order to receive them. They are saying that who you already are is exactly what these new chapters require. That the patience was preparation. That the steadiness was strength. That the slow and careful way you have lived your life has been building something. Something that is now ready to fully emerge. The next season of your life is going to surprise you. Not because it is going to be unrecognizable, but because it is going to feel, finally, like the life that was always yours to live. The people who are coming into it are right for you. The doors that are opening are sized exactly for who you have become. The beauty that is approaching is not something you need to chase, because you are Taurus, and the truest things always find their way to you. Open your arms to what is coming. Trust the ground beneath your feet, because it has always held you and it will hold you still. Everything that is meant for you is on its way. And you, patient and powerful and entirely yourself, are ready to receive every single bit of it.